dropped hydrogen nuclear bomb on Hiroshima and knock your socks off, and many other things they've done around the globe, man. You know what I'm saying? So we leaning toward that little horn being America.
You know, to be truthful about that sad event, man, is that what people don't realize in history, after they got through fighting the USSR, they had depleted most of their resources anyway. Japan would have gave up with no fight.
What is that, a map of ancient Rome?
Yeah.
Look at that. That's a map of ancient Rome right there. And you see the Romans had Great Britain, France, and Spain up under their leadership. Remember, that fourth beast got 10 horns. 10 major kingdoms up under his dominion. 10 major kingdoms up under his dominion. Now I would say one horn pop up and subdue 3 of them. And take them down. Great Britain, France, and Spain, and those were all 3 wars. The Revolutionary War, that was against Great Britain. You got the French-American War and the Spanish-American War. And it says speaking great things against the Most High. America has spoken great things against the Most High.
Major things against.
You run around talking about men can marry men, you really off. Huh?
Black Wall Street.
Oh, that bombing Black Wall Street, pumping that white image of Jesus Christ. Those are major blasphemies that you're doing against the Most High, man.
Destroyed all the Indians.
Yep. Depleted
from
the
100%
resources.
to 1%.
Many things. We can go on, man. That's a whole lesson in itself.
Yeah, man.
You feel me? So by default, that little horn would have to be America.
So much stuff they done did, man.
All right, let's jump down to verse 15 on that, bro. 15 on down. Daniel gets the interpretation of this dream.
I, Daniel, was grieved in my spirit, in the midst of my body, and the vision of my head troubled me. You go all the way down?
Yeah, read on down, bro.
Okay. And I came near unto one of them that stood by, and asked him the truth of all this. So he told me, and made me to know the interpretation of the things. These great beasts, which are 4 kings.
See? 4 kings. Kings run kingdoms. You ain't no king without no kingdom. There are 4 kings. Come on, brother.
Which shall rise out of the earth. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever.
See that? That's the end game of all this. We get our kingdom. And it says we going to get it forever.
Even forever and ever. Then I would know the truth of the 4 beasts.
See, Daniel want to know what's up with that 4th beast, though. Because remember, it said it was dreadful, terrible, hideous. Huh? What's up with that 4th beast? What'd he say?
Which was diverse from all the others. Exceeding dreadful. Whose teeth were of iron, and his nails of brass, which devoured, brake into pieces, and stamped the residue with his feet. And that's what he done to these other nations, other people, other minorities, other groups, all the way over in somebody else's country, destroying them. Every place America has put its influence, it has destroyed it up under his feet.
Yes, sir.
And of the 10 toes, verse 20, and of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell, even of that horn that had eyes, and the mouth that spake very great things, who looked was more stout than his fellows. I beheld, and the same horn made war with the saints.
Right.
And who here now? Who catching the most hell in this captivity?
Right, exactly.
All right. And prevailed against them. Until the Ancient of Days came, and the judgment was given to the saints of the Most High. And the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom.
It is coming. That day is coming. At the end of this captivity, at the end of this beast, we got next, man. We got next. Verse 23, you're going to break it off.
Thus he said, the 4th beast shall be the 4th kingdom upon the earth.
See, from where Daniel was, the 4th kingdom on earth was Rome. You feel me? And America was birthed out of Rome. Don't be simple. It was. All right, come on, brother.
Which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down, and break it into pieces. And the 10 horns out of his kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall rise after them. And he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue the 3 kings.
See, come on.
And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws.
That has happened, man. You don't even trip off the laws of the Most High no more. Everything is based off and dictated by what government says. That nothing. You don't even trip off the Most High no more, man.
The God is government.
Yep.
And they shall be given into the hand unto a time, and the times divided of time. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion, to consume and to destroy it unto the end. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High.
See that? We get our kingdom when it's all said and done, man. And that's a beautiful thing. That's worth fighting and banging for. All right, brother. Come on, brother.
Whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey. That's that second ride right there.
Flat out.
Hitherto is the end of the matter, as Daniel, my cognitation much trouble me, and my countenance changed in me, but I kept the matter in my heart.
You see that? So he like, boy, that vision right there drained me, troubled me, but I kept it in my mind. You know what I'm saying? So Daniel saw the rise and fall of the nations, from where he was at down to the Roman Empire, the destruction of the Roman Empire, on up to its deadly wound being healed, down to where we at today. And John the Revelator picked that up in the Revelations. He was living under that fourth beast. You see, so the Bible is airtight, man. I really don't understand what you men are talking about, claiming that the Bible is false. Let's go back to this. Up next, we go into this Persian Empire, because that was after the head of gold Nebuchadnezzar had. The kingdom that rised after the Babylonian Empire was the Persian Empire. So again, we're going back to Picture History of Jewish Civilization. This is page 41. Page 41. Picture History of Jewish Civilization. I already got it highlighted. If you want to zoom in on that, though, we're going to get Daniel chapter 5, 13 on down. And then Ezra chapter 1, only 2 verses. And then everything else we pull in the sources. And then we're going to get into the Greeks. You got that up? Alright. And this says, from the end of the Babylonian captivity, because we was there 70 years, to the destruction of the second temple. Alright. It says, liberation was not long in coming. About a half a century after the destruction of the temple, destruction of Jerusalem, the Babylonian Empire was supplanted by the kingdom of the Medes and Persians. Now, Iran was named Persia all the way up until like 1935. You feel me? It was a guy named Winston Churchill who changed the name of it, but it was called Persia. It's still called the Persian Gulf down there, ain't it? On becoming the new ruler of the ancient world, Cyrus, king of Persia, gave permission to any of the Judean exiles who so wished to return to Jerusalem and rebuild their temple. Whosoever there is among you of all his people, his God be with him. Let him go up to Jerusalem and build the house of the Lord, the God of Israel. And that's Ezra 1 and 3. We're going to grab that next. Ezra chapter 1, 1 through 3. Cyrus' proclamation sent a wave of jubilation throughout the villages of the exiles. More than 40,000 people, our people, the Judeans, answered the call of the Persian king and set out on a long, harrowing journey to Jerusalem. This was apparently half of the exiles. See, everybody didn't leave. A lot of us stayed back, you know what I'm saying? A lot of us didn't go back and rebuild Jerusalem. Of those remaining behind, some had become assimilated among the local population, and the rest had struck roots in their new homes. But in any case, those who stayed in Babylonia helped the Jews, leaving for Jerusalem, and many of them came to Judah later on. All right.
You know, I said the same thing out there. You know what? I believe when the Most High come back, a lot of us ain't even going to want to go, man. You hear me?
Yep.
And so gravitated to this place, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they'll tell the Most High, why? Leave this good America?
We don't want to go. Now check this out. I'm going to read something else over here on 42. All right. And it says the Samaritans offered to help in rebuilding the temple, but this was refused by the heads of the returning exiles, Zerubbabel, son of Shalatiel, and Jeshua, son of Jehozadak, who were afraid of such participation for both spiritual and political reasons. The Samaritans did not accept this decision and wrote libellous letters about the Jews of Jerusalem and Judah to the Persian king. Cyrus thereupon put a stop to the work of rebuilding the temple, and construction was not resumed until 15 years later, during the second year of the reign of Darius II, who commanded that Cyrus' initial order be implemented. During the 6th year of Darius' reign, the temple was completed. All right, let's get this Ezra 1 through 3, and then we're going to show, because when we read this, it's going to say that Cyrus did something. Cyrus the Persian, page 231.
All right. Ezra, chapter 1, 1 through 3. Now in the first year of Cyrus, king of Persia, the word of the Lord by the mouth of Jeremiah might be fulfilled. The Lord stirred up the spirit of Cyrus, king of Persia, that he made a proclamation throughout all the kingdoms, and put it also in writing, saying, Thus said Cyrus, king of Persia, the Lord God of heaven has given me all the kingdoms of the earth, and he has charged me to build him a house at Jerusalem.
Yeah, they say he put it in writing and made a proclamation.
He put it in
This
writing.
right here is in the Bible Atlas. Holman Quick Source, page 231. Artifact. Located in Iraq to this day, and in Great Britain. Right up here, oh. That's the Cyrus cylinder. You can't get around that talking about the Bible's not historical. You're going to have to answer for that one. How is the Bible not historical? But the Cyrus cylinder and his proclamation that he made, in which we just read in the Bible, is an actual artifact you can go see on display, and is currently located in British Museum.
And Britain's just loaned it back to Iran for a few. They had an exhibit going on.
That's amazing.
They had the heads of all the nations, everywhere, in Iran, looking at the Cyrus cylinder.
They know what time it is.
I got it right here on the British Museum website.
He got a close up on it. Let me see. Let me show that.
All right, let me get you this right here. Large image.
Just in case you didn't see that. That's the Cyrus cylinder. Now we just read Ezra 1 that the Cyrus made a proclamation, made a decree, and put it in writing.